Hello everybody, Defudge 3004 here. So I've had this game Stranded Deep for quite a while, and I thought that I would show you guys a little bit of it. So if you guys are interested in playing it, you know, you have an idea of what to do and how to do and stuff like that. I don't know how long this game will be going for, the series, but we will see what happens. So, normally for new players, this will not be here, but for players who are coming back, there will be a continue above here that you can continue on an older game or one that you just started, or you can start up a new game. If you start up a new game, it will erase the files from the game that you were playing, so be careful when doing that. I'm just going to go and start up a new game. So let's press new game, and I'm going to do a random world. I don't want to do the one that I was just on. Okay, and that's perfectly fine. And we will get this underway. And this game is a crafting survival game, and you guys will see more about it as we go. So you start off in the airplane, and everything seems fine, of course. And tragedy. If you guys remember on the BioShock series, you started off in an airplane and you crashed in the ocean, and this game is very similar in concept. I love that pencil just sitting right there on the table when everything else is flying. Okay, so we just woke up from the impact and now we need to get out of here. So there's nothing we can do. There's nothing in here that we need, nothing that we can take. So let's just go out this opening right here and swim up to the surface. So, okay. Alright, so once you get up on the surface, there's this raft over here. And you just swim over to the raft. Away we go. Welcome everybody to Stranded Deep. This is not a voxel game, so things are not destroyable on the world. You cannot dig down as far as you want to, but you can take a few resources off of islands and stuff like that. Every time you start, you will always be next to an island. Every time. So the best thing to do is to go to this first island and pick up resources here. So let me just go and get back up, and I'm actually going to go and explore this shipwreck since this is right here. Hopefully I will be okay. So a word of warning to you guys, there are sharks and snakes in this game, so if any of you guys are afraid of sharks or snakes, you may not want to watch unless you want to watch me take out either of the said above. So that was just my disclaimer, so I'm going to go check out this and see what we can find. I'm going to dive right in and we will see what we can grab. Alright, how about a crate to start? That's really good. And then I'm going to go to my backpack and have my hands. Oh, good, there's some barrels. Okay, so you have to swim up to go up. Just so anybody out there is aware, that is the only way that you can do things. Okay. I don't know if there's actually going to be anything in here, so I'm going to go and grab this guy, and then I'm going to go right back up again. Now the blue bar is my oxygen, so yeah, that is how much oxygen I have, which really is not a lot, but it's a fair amount. So I've never actually had a shipwreck quite this close before, so this is actually kind of cool. Okay. Take you, and take you. Alright, hey, we're actually starting off pretty good. How you like that? Okay, let's get back up there. Your breath does not go for very long, so yeah, you gotta be kind of careful. Okay. Let's come back down here, and we will see if we can get the shipwreck looted, and then we will go over to the islands. So, take that, that, and that. That's awesome. Okay, so as far as I know, that's okay. I guess there is right in here, huh? Okay. Now we need to go up here. Okay. That was actually really close. Now we can get those barrels right there on the deck, but I really don't see a need to right now because we don't have anything to get them with. As in like any sort of axe or anything to break those chains like these ones right here. We don't have any way to get those. So, yeah. Well, I think when you first start the game, watch out for that lionfish. Those guys will get you. When you first start the game, there won't be any like sharks or anything that I know of. There could be, but I don't know. So, apparently I need to get up. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now I'm up in the life raft. And let's just go over here to this island. We have actually quite a bit of loot on us, so this is a good way to start. This game does not have an automatic save, so you will have to find a way to save the game, and I will show you guys how to do that here in just a second. Okay, once you get to the island, you right-click, lift the raft up, and bring it onto the land with you, so that way it doesn't accidentally, you know, float away or whatever. Come on, buddy. Okay, so there's multiple islands around, as I'm sure that you guys will be able to tell. You can see that there's an island over there. Excuse me, island over there and there. There's all kinds of islands. I think it will probably go to that one over there. So every island will have its own stuff on it. So as you can see, I already have a tarp, and I will show you guys what we can do with those crates. Actually, it's a good thing that we have those to start, because that's going to make this a little bit easier. Maybe not a lot, but a little bit. So we just have to remember to watch how much we're picking up, because we're going to run out of room here real quick. Okay, so do that. Okay. Pick up these sticks. Now we're not going to be able to pick up a lot of sticks because we already have like 4, and that's the maximum of pretty much anything that you can carry is 4. So you can see I can carry 4 sticks. These only stack to 1, and everything else should stack to, you know, multiples. So let's continue our journey around the island. Anything that has a yellow border around are things that you can do things to, you know. So like this barrel here, you can't do anything to it. You can swing all you want, but you're not going to do any damage to it. So like the trees, you can cut down and you can get the coconuts, and you know, you can do all kinds of stuff like this. So first things first, let's drop a couple of things so we actually have some room to work with. Okay, get this, and I'm just gonna press Q, and I'm gonna come over here and press Q. Okay, so these things, press tab to open, and ooh, nice. So there's a fuel tank and a bandage, and then I can go to my backpack, and I think I'm actually going to go and drop the beans in there. Now this guy's full because he can only hold 3 things. That's all that they will hold each, but that's still 3 more things that we didn't have. Okay, another hammer. Ooh, nice. That's awesome. A lantern and a propeller. So I can go to here, and I can actually put that hammer in here. Okay, good. So now we have a little bit of room. I believe that we can put these in the life raft and actually get over to the next place, and then we'll be okay. So, but first, let's go and gather up some supplies, or continue gathering up supplies, I should say. Okay, so I'm gonna run around this island and, you know, try to pick up sticks, stones, and a couple of other things. I need a couple more rocks before I can actually do what I need to do, and I will show you guys that as soon as I can find another rock. I'm finding all kinds of sticks, just not a lot of rocks. Okay, so I have 2 rocks. So I can either press C, just, you know, quickly press C, and it'll bring up my crafting menu, or I can also hold down C, and it will bring up a quick craft. So I am actually going to use the quick craft, and you can see the circle in the arrow in the middle that points to whatever it is that I want to make, and I actually want to make a stone tool. So I click on it, and the stone tool is in my backpack. You can see the circle right here in my inventory, and so this is the only inventory space that you have. And if you pick up those crates, then remember they take up 1 spot each. So I'm going to get this stone tool, and first thing that I'm going to do is, okay, pick up that stick, and then I'm going to find if there are any yuccas on here. Nice. We can take that coconut. Okay, so let's see here. Here's some yuccas. These are the best things for what I need, and those things are going to be lashings. But first I have to get these leaves off. So you need to make at least the stone tool. Now a better weapon or tool will actually do a lot better. You'll be able to get a lot more quicker. So you'll get the same amount. It'll just be quicker is all I guess I should say. So yeah, pick up all the fibrous leaves. Try not to pick up the potato, and I'll tell you guys why a little bit later once we actually get going into the game and we start cooking and stuff like that. Okay, so I have fibrous leaves, and I want to try to make sure I have an even amount so that way I can make the lashings and stuff. So I will show you guys what to do with that. If I can get 12, I can make 3 lashings, which should be more than enough. I should try to find some more rocks. So, and you can hit the young palm trees too, obviously, because that's what I'm doing. And the young palm trees look like this, and you'll find them all over every island, along with the yucca. And so you can get all kinds of lashings. Okay, so if I can get 2 more lashings, or even another one of these, this will help out a lot. This will help us get a lot more lashings, because we're going to need a lot of lashings, which is rope, basically. And as you know, I love these survival games because I do play a lot of them, and I just think they're a lot of fun. So there they are. Kind of lost them. Sometimes they are hard to see. They kind of fall down and stuff. You don't quite see them, and you know they can hide pretty good. So the snakes are really good at hiding too, just so you guys know. So you know, be very careful when you're on these islands, and you know, try not to upset the snakes. I believe it's 4 fibrous leaves per lashing. So I'm going to go hold down C, and I'm going to go and make some lashings. Now I can look to be sure before I do anything. Just press C. Yes, it is 4 of these. So 1. Okay, now I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to go 2, 3, and that's all I can make. Okay, so so if I can get 2 more leaves, I can make 1 more lashing, and then that will be another space. So 1 and 2. Normally you don't start off with the crates, normally you don't start off by a wreck, but I got lucky in this case. So I'm going to go make 1 more lashing. Okay. Now I only have 1 space here, so that means that I'm going to have to do something with these sticks or something like that. Okay, so there are things that you do need to know, and I'll go and explain this right now before we go to the next island. So in my experience of playing this game, I would highly suggest that you guys save these short trees for the coconuts and use these tall ones to actually get your wood and stuff from, because you can get quite a bit of wood from each tree. But if you can save the short ones to get coconuts from, because it's so much easier to reach them, then you guys will actually be doing okay, because you don't want to fall out of the trees and end up, you know, hurting yourself and stuff. So come over here, jump up into this guy, and I'm just gonna right click, drop those. Okay, and that's gonna be our food and water source for a little bit until we can get to the next island. So let me just see if I can get a couple of more coconuts. I know every island's gonna have coconuts, but it's always a good thing to make sure you have some. These will regrow, so you don't have to worry about running out of coconuts, because they will come back. So the fibrous leaves, these young palm trees, and these yuccas will also grow back. So just so you guys know, excuse me. So excuse me, goodness, seem to have a frog in my throat. Okay, let's go ahead and see about getting some stuff on the raft, and we will find a good island to go to. So this has a day and night cycle, and so to find out what time of day it is and how you're doing, press F, and that brings up your watch. Okay, it's 4:40 right now, and so we're actually our water's down a little bit. Our status effects usually they say healthy when you start, but since we've been out a little bit, it's not seeing anything. So and just left click to get through there. Okay, so we need to find an island to go to. So, we could probably just stay here for the night, but I think I'm going to go to that island over there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to here, and I am going to go and drop those guys, and I'm going to drop that leather. Okay, now, go to my hand, and then I'm going to pick up these guys. E and E. Okay. Now I cannot get my hand free because I'm holding this crate, so I can actually go to that, and then you can see now I'm holding the crate in my hand, so I don't have a chance to do anything. Okay. So I cannot hold anything else because my hands are now full, and so I'm going to kind of pull you out here. Now that leather is worth quite a lot actually because this leather's very, very, very hard to come by until you can make a knife to skin the animals that you kill. So, because you gotta, eat and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm gonna climb into the life raft, and then I'm gonna start rowing my way that way, or maybe I'll just be here on the beach and not row anywhere yet. Do some actual water here. Okay. You actually gonna go out that way, bud? Come on, man. Okay, let me you up and take you out over here by this boat. Okay, now we're in deeper water. Alright, I'm gonna go and start rowing over here to the island, and I'm just gonna go ahead and I think I'll make it over here okay. Alright. I got stuck, didn't I? Yep. Okay, now I'm going to row over to the island. I'm just going to go ahead and double click the W, and we will just continue rowing. Okay, so we're almost to another island, the second island, whatever you want to call it. There's like lots of islands, so you guys can just go to one, whichever one. You can stay on the first one if you want to, but it generally will have limited resources. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and look down on my raft. Okay, now I'm going to go and again pick up my raft and make sure hopefully that I still have everything there that I wanted. Okay, good. Everything is still there. You can drop things on the ground in this game and they will stay there. So that's one of the nice things about this game. Sometimes the nights are really dark, sometimes they're bright, depending on the moon. There will be storms that roll through, just so you guys know. So if you guys have any, like, man, what's going on? It seems awfully stormy. Sometimes it will happen. So, okay, we're getting a little hungry and pretty thirsty. So right now we have quite a bit of stuff, so let's just go ahead and drop these crates down here somewhere. And Q, and go to the other one, and we'll probably drop him about right here. Q, okay. So at least we have a couple of crates to start with, and that's going to really help out a lot. Now we're going to have to go and find some rocks and stuff, because we need to actually be able to get, some more weapons and tools and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to run around here and try to find some more. Have a tarp on us, so I'm just going to grab some more tarps. Be wary of the crabs. They will attack you if you get too close to them or you try to hit them or whatever. They will, hit you a little. It doesn't hurt a lot, but it can if you're not careful. You get attacked by a few of them in a row, it can hurt you pretty badly. This island may contain snakes, so you will generally hear them before you see them. So, just like as in real life. Okay, let's see what we can do here. And we have quite a few rocks. Rocks are very, very precious, especially in the early game, because you can't just go and get some if you want to, because you don't have a pick or anything to be able to get any with. Okay, we have a lot of sticks, and now we have all the rocks we can carry besides one more in our hand. And so we're just going to go and pick up this rock. And then we're going to head back to our little base and start making some more stuff. So we made the lashings, so that's good. So probably the first thing that we probably really need to do is, as it says, the new objective, and that's craft a refined knife. So let's see what it takes to craft a refined knife. There's a refined knife, but let's just see what it takes first. So let's click C. And right here, refined knife, lashing stick, and a stone tool. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and craft that right now. Okay, and because I have no room, it's just going to drop it on the ground. That's actually perfectly fine. Okay, and then I'm going to find a place to begin setting up camp, and I'm going to find a place to stack rocks and everything else, and I guess it really doesn't matter. Okay. Q, 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 Q. Okay, so sometimes they'll stack up really nice, sometimes they won't. So let's go ahead and pick up the knife. Now we do have quite a bit of room. Okay, so now let's go and get all these coconuts, the leather, and all these coconuts that we can get. Okay. Need to save our raft, so don't just go floating it out to sea. We can build a raft a little bit later, but for right now, we are not going to be able to yet. So, do this. One thing you can do, because it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to switch to my hand, is you can go to a place and you can, in your inventory, right click and you will drop it. So, then I'm going to go back to my knife. And because we need to drink, I am actually just going to go and whack him. Now we have a drinkable coconut. But I can't pick him up because, again, my inventory's full. So I think I'm going to go ahead and come over right about in here. I guess I'm going to go and drop all these guys. Okay. I forgot I have to be careful when I do that, because... Now be careful when you guys are dropping things. Try to drop things, a little bit at a time, because otherwise they will fly way up in the air and you'll lose stuff and stuff like that. I kind of forgot all about it. So, drink a coconut, switch to it. Okay, now our water's gone up just a little bit. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I can press C. And let me see. I don't need a shelf, and I don't need a bow or arrow for right now, but I will tell you what I do need. I'm going to press C real quick, and I'm going to go to structures, and a shelter is what we are going to need, and more importantly, we are going to need a solar still. So there's 3 rocks that we have right over there, and so we are going to have to make the solar still, because that's going to be our water source. So I need 3 rocks. Okay, we have the rocks, and I'd like to try to put this guy in a fairly flat place just because it's going to help out. And you know what, maybe right over here, this is going to be a good place for it. And so I'm going to press C. Okay, just click C, and then solar still. Now if it's red, you can't place it there, but if it's yellow, you can place it. So I'm going to put you right there. Okay, now this guy's going to collect water. You can see that circle right there with the water droplet in it. That's going to be the water collection place. Okay. So now we have a source of water. And while I'm carrying this coconut, I'm just going to go ahead and drop him right here. And then I can use that coconut in there to get water. And I'll show you guys how to do that in just a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can walk around kind of the edges and see if I can pick up rocks and stuff. There's some planks I can pick up. I'll do that in a little bit. But I definitely need to be careful because of the snakes and stuff right there. Right there, right ahead of us is a snake. Right there. So, right where my knife tip is pointing, right there's a snake. So I have to be very, very careful. I really don't want to get bit by him or anything else, so How many sticks do I have? Okay. Let's see if we can get him. Take about 3 spears to kill him. So, we got our spears. Now I can do it like this, but the best thing is to do it like this and see if we can get him like this. Almost. Missed. I really don't want any trouble with you, buddy, so... Let's see if we can get him. And the good thing is, he's easy to trace. Oh, there he is right there. Okay. He's really mad at us right now. Do you really blame him, though? Broke my spear, man. Got him. Hey. Alright. Now we cannot pick up the snake. Well, we have to... I said we cannot pick up the snake. So what we gotta do is switch to our hand and then carry him over here. So... Okay, this will be food. So we got our first little bit of food. Of course, we have to skin him and stuff, which is where the knife comes in. I'm just going to leave him right there. How are we doing? Okay, we need a little bit of more water. Now, for the water, pick up your coconut and go over to the still. You can see that there's a line right there, and that shows you that there's 1 drink of water. So I'm going to hold E. That'll fill it up. And then see that we have a little bit of water now in our system again. So, and it just automatically refilled real quick. It was probably going to go up to the next level if I would have left it for a few more seconds. So that's okay, because now we're actually doing pretty good on water. Okay, now have to get some more food, and we can eat the coconuts. But I really want to try to find more rocks, because those are, like I said, very valuable. Look around. There's some pigs that we can get to, and we can use those guys for food as well. Okay, there should be a mineable rock somewhere on here or even out in the water a little bit, so hopefully we won't have to go that route right this second, but you never know. Okay, so now we are full of rocks, and pick up another stick, I guess. You can get bit, you can die in this game, you can get bit by snakes, you can get bit by sharks, you can have all kinds of stuff happen to you, just so you guys know. So, be very, very careful when you are, playing this game, because you can get hurt really badly. Okay. Now we are full of rocks and sticks. Okay. And that sound means that we have probably survived 1 day. So, let me see what's out here. What is in this boat? Oh, nice. There's a crate right there. Okay, cool. We will get that, but not right this minute, because we obviously cannot. So I need to get out of here. Okay, excuse me. So... Alrighty, so what do you guys think of this game? What do you guys think of, like, the graphics and the way that the gameplay is and all that stuff? Please let me know. And we need to build a shelter before we end the episode. So what I'm going to do is come over here, and I'm just going to go and drop this rock right here. But, I'm going to drop sticks, because that's the main thing that I really need to drop. Drop the tarp. And... over here, I'm just going to go ahead and drop the engine. And leather. Okay. Come over here by these rocks. Pick up another rock. I need to make 2 stone tools. Okay, so that should be 2 more rocks. So I gotta be really careful how many rocks I use. Okay, C. So let me see, if I just press C, then I can go to tools, and I need a crude axe, which is 2 stone tools, a stick, and some lashings. So how about if I just go ahead and go to stone tool 1. Okay. Can't make the pick yet. I can make a hoe, but not a pick yet. So go to here and make another stone tool. Then now I can actually make a crude axe. Alright. Okay, now I have a crude axe. Now I'm just gonna go and drop those and get my axe back out. Okay. Now, as I said, save these short trees for your coconuts and stuff, and take these taller trees because these are ones that'll yield a lot of wood. So see if I can find one that's actually somewhat in the light, and I'll show you guys chopping down the trees. So dang it, dumb crab. Well, you got what you deserve, buddy. Shouldn't have been attacking me in the first place. Okay, there's a little bit more meat. And as I said, they can hurt you, but luckily they don't really seem to hurt you too bad, but they can. So, get some water. E. Drink. E. Drink. And you can set up more than 1 solar still if you need to and or want to. So, you know, don't be afraid to set up 2 or 3 if you need or want, because, you know, that's always a good thing. All right, let's chop down this tree. So you can see that the tree is leaning, and you can see that there's a cut mark on it, and this tree will be coming down here in just a second. Okay, there goes the tree. Alright, I'm going to wait until it gets to be daylight, then I'll chop up the tree and I'll show you guys all of that stuff. So until that time, I will be back. Okay guys, so it's basically daytime, early morning, and I ate a coconut just because my food was getting down a little bit. So you just take a coconut, like let's say this one here, and you can use your axe or your knife. Remember, these things will wear out, so that's something you guys do need to know. So I'm going to use my axe, and I'm actually just going to go and whack on him a couple times, like 3 times, and he'll break open. You need to eat these things shortly after breaking them open or skinning the animals, otherwise they will go bad. Now, if your health goes down, which is that heart, then you need to have 80% health and food before your health will go up. So make sure that your food and water's up as far as you can get it, and you'll be okay. So get up my knife, drinkable coconut. Now, I put this solar still in a place where it was fairly flat ground, so that way when I put a coconut by it doesn't go rolling away. So that's always something that you guys kind of do need to kind of be aware of, is make sure that you don't put things in a place where they'll roll away or whatever, and you have a hard time finding them. Plus, I put in this little area where the rocks will keep them from rolling too far. Okay, here is our tree that we cut down. And so first thing I'm going to do is actually I'm going to cut off this top. Okay, now the top is off, but I still have to get these fronds off. Palm fronds is what we need for our shelter. Okay, 1, 2. There's always 4. You just got to kind of sometimes look around to find them. Okay, so if I press C and I go to structures, then you can see it takes 4 palm fronds, a stick, 3 sticks, and a lashing. Okay, so I'm actually gonna come over here, and I think I'm just gonna go and use you. I'm gonna whack this guy a couple times. Stone tool wasn't quite as easy to break this stuff down, but this guy does pretty good. So pick you up, And as long as you don't skin the crabs or the animals or whatever, they will last indefinitely. You don't have to worry about it. Another thing, when you chop down a tree, it'll automatically drop a coconut. So you don't have to, always go, man, how am I going to get that coconut? Or I sure did waste that coconut. Now you always get at least one. So come over here. And you need to find a good place to build a shelter, because once you put this stuff down, you cannot pick it back up again. So that's one of the drawbacks to some of the things in this game. I think I'm actually going to put it right down here in this little lower lying area. So I'm going to make some lashings again. I don't think I can make any more. Okay, see, in the quick craft, it already has this, as I can make this, because I have all the materials for it. So... and if I don't want to make it, I can right click, cancel out of it. Okay, so set this shelter down, something about like that. I could put it, I don't have to stick it on flat land. I can put it wherever I want to. I could put it right here on these rocks if I want to, but I think I'm going to just go ahead and put it right over here. Maybe see if I can make it a little bit flattish. Okay. I'll raise it up a little bit if I can. And... put it right there. Alright. Now, if you want to save the game, you have to have the shelter to save the game and sleep. So you hold E, and then you have sleep, save, and then of course cancel. So I'm just going to go ahead and save it. So now I have a save. And so now if I quit the game, then I'm okay and I can get right back in and not have to worry about it. So... well, I hope you guys have found this episode informative and interesting, and we are going to go around and we're going to loot these shipwrecks, go to other islands, explore this place, and hopefully either get off here or get rescued, whichever one it is. I know that you can do one or the other, but I haven't actually ever made it that far. So put the snake and the crab together so that way I know where my food is. You can get fish, you can hunt for fish, you can get those little pigs that we saw, and you can do all kinds of stuff like that. So this is Stranded Deep. This is Defudge 3004. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing this on whatever place you want to share it at. Please do let your friends know about these games and stuff like that so they can come and check them out for themselves. And I'm going to chop this up so we have a little bit of wood so we can do more stuff. And it takes about 10 hits to chop up each piece, and then we'll be ending the episode. So you cannot carry these don't stack. You can carry them in your inventory, but again, they don't stack. So I can do that, and I cannot drop that, but I can actually kind of pick one up like that. And I'm going to bring him over here, and I'm going to put him over here with all my other stuff and drop him there. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to drop you right there. Hey. Don't be knocking all my tarps around, man. Okay. Then I'm going to get this last one, and then that'll be the end of this episode, and I guess I do need to break up this one. So see, we have 4 trunks right here out of this one tree, so that's one of the best things about getting the taller trees is you have a lot more wood to work with. Okay, pick up you and drag you. Okay. Again, I got stuck. Okay, and then put you down on the ground, and I'm going to pick you up and put you right up on that stack. Alright, cool. Alright guys, this is Stranded Deep, and this is Defudge 3004. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we will see you guys in the next episode of Stranded Deep. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.